What would your life look like if fear never touched it? Not one decision shaped by doubt. Not one dream left to rot in the shadows. No more shrinking. No more silence. Just you, unfiltered, unchained. You've imagined that version of yourself, haven't you? The one who speaks without stuttering, moves without asking permission, tries, fails, tries again, not because they don't feel fear, but because it doesn't own them anymore. But here you are, still waiting, still bargaining with that voice in your head, the one that whispers, not yet, not ready. What if they laugh? It's subtle, but it's poison. It wraps itself around your choices until even your smallest dreams start to feel too big. But listen, fear doesn't come from weakness. It comes from meaning. You fear what matters most, and that's the secret it doesn't want you to know. Because once you see fear for what it really is, not a wall, but a test, everything changes. You don't need to be fearless. You need to move, even with shaking hands, even with that voice screaming inside your skull, because every step forward is a quiet rebellion, a message to the world and to yourself that fear may whisper, but it does not decide. And if you stay with this, if you push one breath past the panic, what's on the other side isn't just confidence, it's freedom. You don't need someone to explain fear to you. You've lived inside it. You've felt it in your chest, tight, heavy, like it's trying to crush your ribs from the inside. You've heard it in your mind, that looping doubt, that relentless what if, that paralyzing silence. Fear is personal. It knows your name. It speaks in your voice. It doesn't scream. It whispers just loud enough to stop you. You felt it in moments no one else saw, standing in front of a door you didn't knock on, hovering over a message you didn't send, dreaming of more, and doing nothing. You told yourself it was timing, that you were being smart, that you were waiting for the right moment. But deep down you know the truth. You were scared, not a failure, not really. You were scared of being seen, of trying your best, and it's still not being enough, of proving your deepest fear right, that maybe you're not who you hope to be. So you stayed still, silent, safe. But safe is a slow death, and the longer you stay in this cage, the more it starts to feel like home. You forget what it felt like to want something so bad it burned. You forget who you were before fear taught you to settle. But that fire's not dead. It's buried, waiting, and fear, as loud as it gets, I can't kill it. Only you can, by doing nothing, by pretending it's fine, by calling it normal. But it's not. You know it. You feel it. You weren't born to be silent. You weren't built to bow. So ask yourself, how long are you willing to live behind glass, watching the world move without you? Because this isn't just about fear anymore. It's about freedom. And freedom costs everything that fear is trying to protect. You think you're staying safe. You tell yourself it's for your own good, that you're just being careful. But here's the truth. You're hiding behind excuses, hiding behind the maybe tomorrow, hiding from what you're really afraid of, your own power. It's not the world you fear. It's the you who might show up if you finally stop pretending the world isn't the problem. You are. You've built this cage around yourself, brick by brick, layer by layer, and you've convinced yourself it's comfortable. But comfort is an illusion. It's a slow killer. It lulls you to sleep, tells you this is fine. While the years slip through your fingers, Every time you choose safe over real, you shrink. You fade into something smaller, not weaker, just quieter, invisible. And deep down you know this, that gnawing feeling in your gut, the one that says, you were meant for more. You were meant to stand up. But you don't, because fear has convinced you that trying will hurt more than staying small. But here's the catch. Staying small always hurts. You just don't feel it yet. But time feels it. It moves on while you stay frozen. Look at your life. Look at where you are right now. Is this the limit of your potential? Is this the best you can do? Or is this the shadow of who you could be? If you stopped hiding, because here's the hardest truth, fear doesn't keep you safe. It keeps you small. And every second you let it control you, it's stealing your life. So ask yourself, how much longer will you let fear decide? How much longer will you settle for a life half-lived? You think fear is protecting you, that staying small is saving you from pain. But what if I told you the real pain is in not living? Look at every moment you've stayed silent, every time you've looked away from what you truly want, every dream you've buried just to feel a little safer. It's not safe. It's stagnant. It's death in slow motion. You've been holding on to your comfort like it's your lifeline. But that's the illusion. Comfort is a cage with a golden door. You don't realize it, but you're rotting in there. The hours slip away. The days turn into years, and you're still standing in the same place, looking at the life you could have had, wondering why it never happened. This is the cost of fear. You pay with your potential. You pay with every maybe tomorrow. You pay with every I'll do it later. And one day, when the years are gone, you'll look in the mirror, and the face staring back at you won't be the person you hope to become. It'll be a stranger, a version of you that never dared. What's that worth to you? What's it worth to let fear decide the path you walk? What's it worth to trade your life for the lie that you're safe in the dark? Every second you waste, you're paying the price. The price of who you could have been. The price of what you could have done. Look at your hands. They're still capable, still strong. But will they be strong enough to carry all the regret? If you don't move, the truth, fear doesn't protect you from pain. It gives you pain, the pain of what you didn't try, the pain of the person you left behind. So how much longer are you willing to pay? What's the price of your life? You're not lazy. You're not broken. But you are stuck. It's not your fault. Your brain is wired to protect you. It's designed to keep you safe, to avoid danger, to stay in the comfort zone. But here's what it doesn't tell you. Staying safe isn't the same as living. The more you hesitate, the more your brain locks you in. The more you avoid what scares you, the stronger the chains get. Fear doesn't just paralyze you, it reprograms you. It convinces you that the safe route is the only route. But that's not safety. It's survival. And survival is the lowest bar you can aim for. Every time you choose comfort over courage, your brain gets better at keeping you stuck. It becomes easier to give in, easier to stay in the cage. Your mind starts to believe it's protecting you, but it's actually trapping you. The truth is, your brain isn't working for you right now. It's working against you. It's holding you hostage in a loop of self-doubt, convincing you that staying where you are is safer than risking something new. But it's lying to you. Because here's what happens when you take that first step. Your brain rewires. The chains break. The comfort zone shrinks. And suddenly, fear doesn't control you. You control fear. But right now it's holding you back. Every minute Every hour you let fear whisper, it digs the hole deeper. And it's convincing you that you can't climb out. But what if you could? What if, just for a moment, you decided that the prison doesn't get to decide anymore? What if you chose to break the loop, to fight the wiring that's keeping you trapped? It's not easy. It won't be painless. But it's possible. And here's the kicker. It's the only way to become who you were always meant to be. The longer you wait, the deeper you fall into this cycle. But the moment you decide to act, you start rewriting the story. You start climbing. You start living. What will it be? Will you stay stuck, or will you break free? You think it's the world holding you back? You think it's circumstances. But it's not. It's you. You are the one keeping yourself trapped. Fear isn't just a feeling. It's a cycle, a loop. You act out of fear, you hold back, you shrink. And then you feel that same fear grow stronger. The more you avoid, the more it controls you. And the more it controls you, the harder it becomes to act. You've built your own prison, brick by brick, step by step, and every day you choose to stay still, it gets harder to break free. Look at your past. How many opportunities did you let slip by because of fear? How many times have you told yourself, not today, maybe tomorrow, but that tomorrow never comes? It doesn't exist. It's just a lie. Every time you say, I'll do it later, you strengthen the chain. Every moment of hesitation, every choice to stay small, it builds the wall higher. And fear doesn't care. It doesn't care how much you beg for a way out. It only grows stronger the longer you stay in its grip. This isn't just about making one decision. This is about how you've been living, how you've been thinking. And if you don't break the cycle, you'll keep spinning in it forever. But here's the thing. The cycle can be broken. Right now. Now, the moment you decide to move, the moment you stop waiting for perfect and just act, the cycle crumbles. The loop shatters. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to move, even if it's one small step, even if you're terrified. Because here's the reality. Every time you don't act, you're choosing to stay in the loop. You're choosing to stay trapped. And it's eating away at your life. But the second you decide to act, to face that fear instead of running from it, the loop breaks. The cycle stops. And you finally start to move forward. It's that simple. But you have to make that choice. You have to act. Right now, later is a lie. A slow, silent thief. It steals your time. It steals your chances. And worst of all, it steals your belief in yourself. You keep telling yourself, not yet, not today, I'll start tomorrow. Tomorrow never comes. Tomorrow is just a promise you keep breaking. It's a comforting illusion that keeps you stuck. It feels safer to say, I'll do it later. But all later does is push your dreams farther away. It whispers, you have time, there's no rush. But the truth, you don't have time. Time is not waiting for you. Look at your life. Look at where you are. Does this look like where you want to be in 5 years? 10 years? Does it feel like the life you dreamed of when you were younger? Or has it become a life of regret? Later is where dreams go to die. It's where everything you've ever wanted slips through your fingers. The longer you put it off, the bigger the gap grows between where you are and where you could be. It's not about how much time you have left. It's about how you use the time you have right now. Every time you say later, you're choosing to stay in the same place. Every time you wait for the perfect moment, you're letting fear decide when you move. And fear never gives you a perfect moment. Fear only gives you more fear, more doubt, more I can't, more not yet. But here's the kicker. You already have everything you need. Right now, you don't need more time. You don't need more experience. You just need to act now, today. Because the longer you wait, the further you fall into the trap of later, and the harder it gets to break free. Tomorrow is a dream. Today is your chance. And you can't afford to waste it. Right now, this very second, this is your moment, the one you've been waiting for, the one you've been avoiding. You can feel it, can't you? That tension, that stirring in your gut, the awareness that you're standing on the edge of everything, the future you've imagined. It's not a dream anymore. It's a choice. This is the moment where fear either controls you or you decide to take control. You can keep waiting for the perfect time, but that's never coming. The perfect time doesn't exist. It's a myth. It's the lie that's been holding you hostage. You can keep telling yourself you'll act tomorrow, but tomorrow is just another later, and we both know how later turns out. So what will it be? Will you keep hiding? Will you keep waiting for things to feel right? Or will you step into the unknown? Will you push through the fear? Will you make the choice to live instead of waiting to be alive? Because you can't keep standing here. You can't keep living like this, caught between what you want and what you're afraid to do. The choice is now, not next week, not next month. Now, you've been telling yourself you need more time, more clarity, more safety, but the only thing you need is the courage to step forward. Right now, even if your hands are shaking, even if your heart is racing, even if everything inside you is screaming to stay still, step forward. This is the moment where everything changes. This is where you decide if fear is your master or your servant. This is where you prove that you're stronger than the stories you've been telling yourself. This is the moment where your life begins. This is the hardest part, because stepping forward means stepping into the storm. It means facing the unknown. It means walking straight into the chaos you've been avoiding. It's scary. It's uncomfortable. And yes, it feels like it might break you. But here's the truth. The storm is where the magic happens. It's where everything you've been waiting for is born. Growth doesn't happen in the calm. It doesn't happen when you're hiding in safety. It happens in the struggle. It happens in the fight. You've been standing on the edge, looking at the storm, waiting for the winds to die down. But the storm never stops. The fear never goes away. It only gets quieter when you stop running from it. The storm is the change. The storm is the transformation. This is the moment when you stop pretending that safety is the answer. You stop waiting for a sign. You stop waiting for everything to feel perfect, because the perfect moment is a lie. Right now, you have to make the choice. Will you step into the storm? Will you face the chaos and trust that you'll survive it? Or will you keep standing on the sidelines, waiting for things to feel right? Everything you want is on the other side of fear. It's on the other side of the storm, but you have to move. Now, don't wait. Don't overthink. Don't doubt. The storm is your opportunity. It's your chance to become. So step forward, step into it, feel the fear, embrace the uncertainty, and rise stronger than you ever thought you could. Because right now, this is the moment you stop being controlled. This is the moment you become the force that will shape your future. This is the moment you take back your life. Step into the storm and watch the world change.